If you enjoy this type of pattern, please tap that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Do you have pattern tutorial ideas? I'm all ears. At yarnspirations.com you can review the free pattern. Scroll down and see the rating and reviews from others. Read the pattern yourself. Better yet, share your tips or advice by leaving a meaningful comment, as it helps others. I actually use those comments myself when I'm struggling to understand the pattern. Share some advice on things that you've learned in the pattern, or even just leave a nice note of appreciation. Good day and welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. This is my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today we have the soapy apron. This is a little mini apron that you can add to a soap bottle. Now the bottle here is, this whole contraption is about 9.5 inches. I do not have different apron sizes for different types of bottles, so this is just more of a generic pattern today in order to work our way through it. You'll need a 4mm size G crochet hook in order to play, and of course anything that is going to get wet in crochet you should use 100% cotton, and I'm recommending either Lily Sugar and Cream or Bernat Handicrafter cotton. These are 100% cotton and they can withstand getting wet and etc. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right in today and we're gonna get ourselves started, and let's begin our journey with the soap apron next. So let's begin by chaining 11. You're gonna hear my cat in the background. She wants in the studio. She jumps on the table so she's not allowed in. So it's a chain of 11 to begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So let's begin now the first row. First row we're gonna go second chain from the hook, so just count back. So 1 and 2. Get the back hump of the chain, it will look nicer, and I want you to single crochet across your chain on the back hump going all the way across the other side. You should have a total count of 10 single crochets when you get over there, and it should naturally happen anyway. So but if you want to count you can do that, and you can find the counts on the written pattern if you want to confirm anything. So let's do that, and I'll see you at the end of row number 1 in a moment. When you get to the end of row number 1, I did confirm there is 10 just for my own satisfaction. Turn your work and let's begin row number 2. Row number 2 we're going to do an increase. So we're just going to chain up 1, and in the first one you need to place in 2 single crochets. This will allow it to grow by 1 stitch on this side of the work. And then I need you to slam in 1 single crochet into each of the stitches all the way to the other side, and on the very last stitch that you have, you want to place in 2 single crochets, and I'll be there in just a moment. So I'm on my last stitch next, and so I need you to place in 2 single crochets there, and that will increase it then on that side equally as well. Turn our work and let's begin row number 3. In row number 3 you're just gonna chain up 1 and just place in 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way across. There is no increasing required, and the reason for this is it's allowing the decrease in the last, or sorry, the increase in the last row to naturally just kind of want to fan out equally. So please do that. 1 single crochet in your stitches all the way across, and then we're gonna turn our work and we're gonna do a repeat pattern just for a little bit, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So 1 single in each right to the end. Let's turn your work and let's talk about the repeat pattern that's next. So now I need you to do rows number 4, 5, 6, and 7, and so it's a repeating at rows number 2 and 3. So you're gonna start back on row number 2 and then do number 3, and then row number 2 and then row number 3. So you can just funnel back in the video in order to go back, so just rewind. You can see the video chapters. So please do these next 4 rows. So you're gonna do rows number 2 and 3 and then 2 and 3, and then I'll see you at the end of number 7, and we'll start number 8 together. So please do those 4 rows now. Okay, so now that 7 is complete, we're going to move on to number 8. So you're gonna chain up 1, and you're just going to apply 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. This will help equalize it and balance it, and then you'll move on to number 9 in just a moment. So I'll see you there in a second. So just 1 single crochet and then turn your work at the end, and we'll start number 9 in a moment. So row number 9, there's actually a paste and copy error. When I work in the background I know that this is true as well. It says RST 2 single crochets. That is missing the words FI, or the letters FI. It should say first 2 single crochets. That always happens when you have the word first. I don't know why, it just does. So anyway, so if you call my attention to it, I already know about it. So we're going to start by chaining 1, and you're gonna put the first 2 stitches together. So you're just gonna go into the first stitch, pull through, and you're gonna go into the next stitch, pull through, and then pull through all 3 stitches, and that will become 2 together. Now you're gonna just single crochet yourself all the way across, and you're gonna come all the way there. So there are people that like to review the patterns as they go, and they like to call out my mistakes. So I just wanted to call attention to that before somebody makes that comment, because I already know about it. There's worse things in life, right? So we're gonna go all the way to the end, and you're gonna leave the last two empty, and you're gonna put those two together as one. So just pull through the next, and then the next one, pull through, see 3 loops, pull through all 3, and that was the 2 together at the end. And you'll notice that it's gonna start shrinking or decreasing once again. Let's begin, and let's do number 10. In number 10, you're just going to chain up 1, and you'll do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. And when you get to the other side, please turn your work, and we'll get ready for numbers 11 through 16, which is going to be a repeat, and I'll be back in just a moment. So rows number 11 through 16 is a repeat of rows number 9 and 10, and it's a total of 3 times, just so that you know. So number 9 is a decrease, and number 10 is just a regular. So, and then the next one will be a decrease, and then a regular, and decrease, and then regular. So I just write it on my sheet, and I just check it off as I go. So if, as you start the repeat again, you can go back to the instructions for number 9 and 10 and just do those 3 more times, and then you'll meet me back here, and then we'll pick you up, and we'll start number 11. So please do that now, and I'll be right back in just a moment. Okay, so I'm now at the end of number 16, so you can see it came in quite nicely. So now we want to do an increase back out. So now we have to repeat round our rows number 2 and 3 a total of 3 more times, and that will take you to the end of number 22. So just to recap, you can just go back in the video chapters to get row number 2 and 3 once again. So you'll do those a total of 3 times. So do 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and 2 and 3. So just to quickly recap, when you start up number 2 is just an increase, so you'll be getting bigger again, and then row number 3 you'll just be going single crochet across. So please do those 6 rows next, and I'll see you at the end, and we'll start number 23 in just a moment. So now that we've increased again, so we are now at the end of number 22. I've already turned. So number 23 is the same as the 3rd row, so you're just gonna chain up 1 and just apply 1 single crochet in each stitch going all the way across. And then we'll talk about what to do next at the end of that. So turn your work, and I'll begin number 24 in a moment. So let's begin, and we're going to do number 24 all the way through 29, and it's a total of 6 rows. You can reverse back the video for the video chapters if you need that. And so just remember 9 is just a reduction, and then you reduce on the other side, and then 10 is just a regular single crochet across. So please do this all the way, and stop at the end of number 29, where I'll meet you there in just a moment. So please do your decreasing, and I'll be right back. So I'm now at the end of number 29. So this is where I'm going to end, and let me just zoom you out just to get you the shape. Okay, pretty cool, right? So you can see that the base has a little bit of a wider area. So I want you to fasten this off, and I want you to use a tapestry needle to weave in any ends that you have. This will be an item that you will be touching, or somebody will be. Great little craft show idea too for this, just so you know. So what I want you to do is take the ends and just weave it through. I don't know why I'm shaking this today. I'm not feeling the best. You probably can hear it in my voice. Somebody's gonna comment, yeah, you're not feeling well. By the time you see this video, I will be recovered. I film sometimes several weeks in advance, so I'm probably not sick at the time that this goes out. It's just a cold, just so you know too, just to keep it above table, because I did get tested and stuff, just to verify. So what we have here is just weaving in my ends. And those for the people that know me well, I don't like to talk about medical, so I don't like to get into that as well. It's just one of my personal preferences. It's really nobody's business, to be honest with you. Does that sound mean? You can let me know in the comments if I'm sounding mean. I just don't like talking about medical stuff. I feel it's so personal, especially on a social media platform. Okay, so just weaving in my ends back and forth. Get it nice and stuck in there, and then we'll start our edging, which is going to begin our next part. So let's begin the edging, and so I'm just using a different color blue. I'm just using some spare yarn that I have, and we want to start at the top section right here. And what I want to do is that I want to evenly space out single crochets as I go around. So just starting in the top here, and I'm just going to attach with a standing single crochet. It doesn't say to do that, but I'm telling you that's what I'm doing. You can attach chain 1 and then 1 single crochet if you prefer. I just think the standing looks better. So just evenly trace around the stitch, or sorry, the stitch work with this. Because you've used single crochets like this, each row is equaling to 1 single crochet, if that helps you to know that. And I want you to go all the way around. You do not have to add any extra stitches when you're turning any corners. Just let it naturally just go around, and I will see at the end of this section here. This is the edging of the first round, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna do next after that, because we're almost done already. So I'm coming back to the top, and I'm gonna show you a little cheating technique. Of course you can always refer to the pattern if you want to be more technical. And I don't think the chain really matters as far as like what I'm about to do here. So that's your call if you'd like to do it. So technically it says to fasten off, and then it states that you are going to start on the other side and then do a chain 13 and then join it. So what I'm going to recommend to you here is just turn your work, because you know, why not. So instead of fastening off, just keep that yarn strand on there and just chain 13. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13, and then just go to the other side, the corner piece, and just slip stitch. Right? The chain, I don't think it matters, like if you're on the right side or wrong side. I really don't. But you can decide. You can leave me a comment if that matters to you. And if it does, I'm gonna say, oh, that's nice for you. So I'm here currently on, so when I finished I was here. So I wanna make sure that when I fasten this off, this will be on the inside, which it is. So I'm just going to just take my tapestry needle and hide that end. So we still have one more thing to do, and it is the middle tie. And the middle tie is just something that you just tie around the bottle itself. It's not actually attached to this at all. So because this is 100% cotton, if it gets dirty, no big deal, just toss it in the wash machine or just rinse it off in the sink and let it air dry. It should be good. So it says to make 2 ties, so there's gonna be a tie on this side and this side, so I just figured that out because I started filming. I'm like, oh, I get it now. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to start, just keep a generous long tail just because you can, and we need to make 2 of these, and what I'm about to do is that I'm just gonna chain a total of 39. So this is 1 2 3 4 5, go all the way to 39 and meet me back here in just a moment. So I've just chained 39. So what I want to do is come to this narrow part right here, and I'm just gonna, this is the right side of the project, and I'm just going to match it to the middle part here, and I want to slip stitch it then to there. And I am going to then trim this yarn, and we're going to fasten this off at this point. So just pull it through the loop and just use your tapestry needle to hide in your loose ends. Let me show you this here, and you'll have to do this twice. You'll have to do it for the other side, and then this becomes 1 tie, and then you'll have 2 when you do the other side, right? It's not rocket science. So what I would think about doing is that I don't want to impede with that at all. So I'm just gonna turn it over, and I'm going to just weave in the ends here on the back side of this here. Okay, that'll hold it. And I want to go to a total of 3 times. So just be nice and generous with the just staying in behind. So don't make this needle go to the opposite side of the work. Stay on the back. So that was twice and then 3 times. So the other issue that you're going to have is that the other side of this tie will have those loose ends that you had. So what we want to do is we want to pull that up. I feel like I'm rambling today, which I probably am. You can let me know in the comments if I'm rambling. Okay, so what I want to do is just take this strand, and I just want to just weave it in a little bit here just to help it tie onto itself. Okay, and I'm gonna go back through again. 3 times is the magic number. The other thing you could have done is you could have pulled it extremely tight and then cut it really close to the knot as well. You can do that. It's up to you. And so this is the first one, so you want to do the same with the second side. So chain 39, attach it, and then weave in your ends, and that will be good to go. So I'll be back in a moment, and I'll get that done for you, and I'll show you the final look. So I now have it done. I have all my ends woven in, And so now I just gotta find a bottle that this will match. So this is pretty cool. This is the soapy apron. Kind of a cool pattern. It's one of those things that you can put on your kitchen counter, of course, and that'd be pretty awesome. So let me see if I can find a bottle. I'll put a photo on now if I have one, and I will see you again next time. And this is Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd. So it's my friends at yarnspirations.com. See ya.